Hello viewers, I am Deepthi. Now I am going to cover most important questions from Analytic Chemistry and Practical Based Chemistry for ICSE Class 10. On your popular demand, I am going to make this video. Now, first of all, identify the anion present in the following compounds. First question, compound X on heating with copper turnings and concentrated sulfuric acid liberates a reddish brown gas. Answer is nitrate ion, NO3 minus. Second, when a solution of compound X is treated with silver nitrate solution, a white precipitate is obtained which is soluble in excess of ammonium hydroxide solution. And our answer is chloride ion, Cl minus. Third, a compound B with dilute sulfuric acid smells like a rotten egg and turns moist lead acetate paper black. Answer is sulfide ion, S2 minus. We know sulfide में ऑक्सीजन नहीं होता, S2 minus. Fourth, a pinch of manganese dioxide is added to the compound X followed by concentrated sulfuric acid and heat evolves a greenish yellow gas with a pungent odor and turns moist starch iodide paper blue black. And our answer is chloride ion, Cl minus. Fifth, compound L on reacting with barium chloride solution gives a white precipitate insoluble in dilute HCl or dilute nitric acid. Answer is sulfate ion, SO4 2 minus. Next, sixth part is compound Z which on reacting with dilute sulfuric acid liberates a gas which turns lime water milky, but the gas has no effect on acidified potassium dichromate solution and our answer is carbonate ion, CO3 2 minus. Now I want to advise here you while attempting this type of question आप पेपर में कार्बोनेट आयन CO3 2 माइनस लिखेंगे, उसके सामने आप आयन वर्ड भी लिखेंगे. आयन वर्ड भी हमारे आंसर को प्रेजेंटेबल शो करता है. Now coming to question number 2, state the color of the following. I am taking a very few colors. You know about many simple colors. I am taking this for granted. One is hot lead monoxide, which is brown. Second is cold lead monoxide, which is yellow. Third is hot zinc oxide, which is yellow. Fourth is cold zinc oxide, which is white. Fifth is copper carbonate, which is emerald green. Sixth is copper nitrate crystals, it means deep blue. And seventh is copper oxide, which means black. I am taking this for granted that आपको बाकी कलर्स बहुत अच्छे से आते हैं, इसीलिए मैंने सारे कलर्स डिस्कस नहीं किए हैं. Now, one more important question, mention the color changes observed when the following indicators are added to. First, I am going to cover with acids. First is alkaline phenolphthalein solution. Color changes from pink to colorless. Second is methyl orange solution. Color changes from orange to pink or you can say red. Third is neutral litmus solution. Color changes from colorless to red. In fourth question, mention the color changes observed when the following indicators are added to, this time alkalis. Moist litmus paper from red to blue. Methyl orange solution from orange to yellow. Third is phenolphthalein solution from colorless to pink. Question number 5. A white crystalline solid A on dissolving in water forms a neutral solution when solid A is heated with calcium hydroxide. It gives off colorless gas B having a sharp biting smell. The gas fumes very strongly in air and turns red litmus blue. The aqueous solution of A on treating with lead acetate solution form a white precipitate C. This precipitate is insoluble in all acids. Now, first part associated with this question number 5 is name the cation present in solid A. So, cation is A, which is ammonium, NH4 plus, ammonium ion. Ion आगे mention करना है. Second is name the anion present in solid. So anion in A is sulfate, which is SO4 2 minus. Third is name the solid A and write its chemical formula. Now we know about cation and anion. So we know that this solid A is ammonium sulfate. It means NH4 twice SO4. Fourth part is name the colorless gas B. Here the colorless gas B is ammonia gas. Fifth is name one more chemical test for the identification of this same gas B, which is ammonia. So we know that when we bring a rod dipped in concentrated HCl near the gas, dense white fumes of ammonium chloride NH4Cl are formed. Sixth part, name the white precipitate C. Here, white precipitate C is lead sulfate. In seventh part, write fully balanced chemical equations for part 1, solid A and calcium hydroxide. Now, solid A, we know that it is ammonium sulfate, NH4 twice SO4, with calcium hydroxide means CaOH twice. So, it will produce CaSO4, it means calcium sulfate, along with 2 molecules of ammonia and 2 water molecules. In B part, solution of solid A and lead acetate solution. So NH4 twice SO4, it means ammonium sulfate plus lead acetate, it means CH3COO twice Pb, which is lead acetate. So it will produce PbSO4 plus 2CH3COONH4. These are the product formed after this reaction. Now coming to question number 6. Sodium hydroxide solution is first added in small quantity, then in excess to the aqueous salt solution of copper 2 sulfate, zinc nitrate, lead nitrate, calcium chloride, iron 3 sulfate, iron 2 sulfate. Copy the following table and write the color of the precipitate in all these cases and also the nature of the precipitate, whether it is soluble or insoluble in all the parts. Now I have taken this question from analytic chemistry for your quick sum up only. So in first column we will write aqueous salt which is given. In second column I am writing color of precipitate when NaOH is added in small quantity, and in third column nature of precipitate whether it is soluble or insoluble when NaOH is added in excess. So in first case when we have taken copper 2 sulfate. So when we take copper 2 sulfate, color of precipitate is pale blue, and in excess also it remains insoluble. In second case, zinc nitrate, color of precipitate is white, and then in excess also it becomes soluble. In lead nitrate, color is curdy white, in excess it becomes soluble. Next, calcium chloride, color of precipitate is white, it remains insoluble in excess of NaOH also. In iron 3 sulfate case, iron 3, then the color of precipitate is reddish brown and it remains insoluble in excess of NaOH also. When we take iron 2 sulfate, then the color of precipitate is dirty brown and it remains insoluble in excess of NaOH. So this is the quick sum up from your analytic chemistry chapter. Now again question number 7, give 2 chemical tests to distinguish between one acid solution and then alkali. We have earlier taken a physical test. Now I am taking chemical test, which are more important. Whenever you are asked to distinguish between them, take a chemical test. First is on adding sodium carbonate. When we add sodium carbonate, if the solution is acidic, like we have seen in lime water test, carbon dioxide is evolved. In the case of alkalis, carbon dioxide is not evolved. When we add ammonium carbonate, then no ammonia gas is evolved, then this is the clear indication that the solution given is acid. And if ammonia gas is evolved, then it means this is the presence of indication of alkalis. Now question number 8, identify the gas evolved. पार्ट 1 आपने ये टाइप ऑलरेडी कवर किए हुए हैं, उनको थोड़ा और ध्यान से क्विक समरी के लिए कर रहे हैं. फर्स्ट पार्ट, Greenish yellow gas having a sharp, pungent, choking odor turns moist starch iodide paper blue-black. So this gas is chlorine, Cl. Second, this gas decolorizes pink potassium permanganate solution and changes orange or yellow solution of acidified potassium dichromate to green. So this gas is sulfur dioxide, which means SO2. Third, this gas turns moist blue litmus faint red and has no effect on filter paper dipped in acidified potassium dichromate or potassium permanganate and also turns lime water milky. तो आप यहाँ से आपको इंडिकेशन मिल गया that this gas is कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड, बट आपने बाकी सारी कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स भी लर्न रखनी है. Fourth, this gas is absorbed in colorless alkaline solution of pyrogalol and turns it dark brown. Also rekindles a glowing splinter. यहाँ से फिर आपको इंडिकेशन मिल गई, दिस इज ऑक्सीजन गैस, इट मीन्स O2, supporter of combustion. Fifth is this gas turns colorless Nessler's reagent, it means K2HgI4, potassium mercuric iodide to brown and has a sharp pungent smell. Also turns red litmus blue. So this gas is ammonia, basic gas, NH3. सबसे ज्यादा basic gas में हम ammonia ही use करते हैं. Sixth part, this gas turns starch iodide paper from colorless to blue black. It means Ki paper brown. Also Ki paper turns brown and green acidified ferrous sulfate solution to brown. मैंने ज्यादा इंडिकेशंस दिए हैं ताकि आपको कोई भी एक इंडिकेशन आए, you can easily identify the given gas. Here our gas is nitrogen dioxide, which means NO2. Seventh part, this gas turns lead acetate paper black and also lead nitrate solution black and has a smell of rotten egg. Easily indication दे रही हूँ मैं आपको, लेकिन एग्जामिनर जरूरी नहीं है देगा, तो हमें सब याद रखने हैं. This is hydrogen sulfide. It means H2S. Hydrogen sulfide smell of rotten eggs. Eighth part, if a glass rod dipped in ammonia solution is brought near this gas, then dense white fumes of ammonium chloride are formed, and when passed through silver nitrate solution, white precipitate is formed which dissolves in excess of NH4OH. So this is hydrogen chloride gas, HCl gas. One or two or more gases are left, but itna sufficient rahega. Question number 9. Ammonium hydroxide solution is first added in small quantity, then in excess to aqueous salt solution of calcium, lead, zinc, copper, iron 2 and iron 3. Again coming to analytic chemistry. Write the color of precipitate and then the nature of the precipitate, whether it is soluble or insoluble in all these. So metal is calcium. हम calcium का कोई सा भी salt ले सकते हैं, calcium. Then no precipitate is formed. No change in excess of ammonium solution also. तो आपको clear indication है यहाँ पर कि calcium है ये. Second is lead. Precipitate color is chalky white and it remains insoluble in excess of NH4OH. Next is zinc. Gelatinous white precipitate is formed and it becomes soluble in excess of NH4OH. Next metal is copper. Its precipitate color is pale blue and solution becomes deep blue when it dissolves in excess of ammonium hydroxide solution and it becomes soluble in it. When we take iron 2, then color of its precipitate is pale green turning to brown and it remains insoluble in excess of NH4OH. Last is iron 3. Color of its precipitate is rust brown and it remains insoluble in excess of ammonium hydroxide, it means NH4OH. One more important question, write down the color imparted to the flame by salts of following metals. So color imparted to the flame and name of the metal, you need to write it in the form of cations. So golden yellow color is given by sodium ion Na plus. Violet or lilac color is given by potassium ion K plus. Red brick color is given by calcium ion Ca2 plus. And peacock bluish green color is imparted by copper ion, it means Cu2 plus. बहुत थोड़े से हैं बट फ्लेम टेस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट है, कोई एक इन्हीं में से आ सकता है. Coming to question number 11. You have been given a black powder. Black powder है which could be copper oxide और manganese dioxide. जब भी black powder है तो हमारे बुक में दो ही कलर्स मेन है, तो दो ही हमें पता है कि कॉपर ऑक्साइड हो सकता है या फिर मैंगनीज डाइऑक्साइड हो सकता है. हाउ वुड यू आइडेंटिफाई देम? आप कैसे पता लगाएंगे कि ये कॉपर ऑक्साइड है या मैंगनीज डाइऑक्साइड है? तो फर्स्ट एक्सपेरिमेंट इज add concentrated HCl to black powder and then heat it. First observation, if greenish yellow color gas is evolved, it means chlorine is evolved, then this salt is manganese dioxide. And if chlorine gas is not evolved, then this is copper oxide. Second test related with this black salt is filter the above solution. So if the filtrate is brownish in color, then this is manganese dioxide. If the filtrate is bluish in color, then the given salt is copper oxide. Third test is on adding ammonium hydroxide to the above filtrate. If no precipitate is formed, then this is manganese dioxide. And if pale blue precipitate is formed, which is soluble in excess of NH4OH, giving a azure blue color, it means deep blue color to the solution, then this is copper oxide. Now last question, salts A, B, C and D undergo reactions 1 to 5 respectively. Identify the anion present in these salts on the basis of these reactions and tabulate your answer in the format. First part is when silver nitrate solution is added to a solution of A, white precipitate insoluble in dilute HNO3 is formed. So when silver nitrate solution is added to a solution of A, white precipitate insoluble in dilute HNO3 is formed. Second is addition of dilute HCl to B produces a gas which turns lead acetate paper black. Third is when a freshly prepared solution of ferrous sulfate is added to a solution of C and concentrated H2SO4 is gently poured from the side of the test tube, a brown ring is formed. Fourth is when dilute H2SO4 is added to D, a gas is produced which turns acidified potassium dichromate solution from orange to green. And fifth is addition of dilute HCl to E produces an effervescence. The gas produced turns lime water milky but does not affect acidified potassium dichromate solution. तो अब तक आपको एनायंस हमने पिछले क्वेश्चन में भी कवर किए थे, अच्छे से समझ में आ गया होगा कि जो हमने ए सॉल्ट लिया है उसमें क्लोराइड आयन प्रेजेंट है, बी सॉल्ट में सल्फाइड आयन की प्रेजेंस इंडिकेट हो रही है, इन द सी सॉल्ट नाइट्रेट एनायन इज प्रेजेंट, in the D salt sulfite anion is present, and in E salt carbonate anion is present. So with this we come to the end of this video. Hope you have understood all the questions given by me. I have tried to make a small or brief video for you so that you can go it thoroughly and at least learn these answers for your tomorrow's exam. Best of luck from my side.